So tell me why my daughter just got scammed out of $1,600.
Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card.
Hey guys, it's Blahzaye, and the scammers are getting smarter and more technologically advanced. They're starting to send text messages directly to your phone. Make sure to check your Boomer parents, because all you have to do is click the link and it takes you to a portal where you enter your credit card information. They try to make it seem as legit as possible. We just got to watch out for these people, and we have some videos to show you so that you can be more informative. If you like vibing with me, please hit the like and subscribe button and tab into the Patreon. Let's get into the video.
If you've recently got a text telling you to pay an unpaid toll fee, you're not alone in that. These messages are likely part of the latest so-called smishing scam sweeping the country. The texts are intended to trick people into giving away sensitive information.
It's hitting folks from coast to coast. This is a scam that's been around for a while, but is reaching new levels, with federal and state authorities now urging people to be aware. These fake texts are often sent from an international number, demanding immediate payment for those unpaid tolls, sometimes including a dollar amount supposedly owed. And
as we can see here, this one says Easy Drive MA. If you know what MA is, I think it's Michigan, throw it down in the comments below. It's like your vehicle is an unpaid toll bill. To avoid excessive late fees on your bill, please settle it promptly. Thank you for your cooperation. And I know sometimes we get these texts and we immediately like, okay, whatever. If it's actually really important, they'll send me a mail certified copy to my address direct to me because they want me to make this payment. Put it down in the comments below if you completely ignore these texts typically and just wait for it. Because if it's actually serious, you know that they're going to send you a mailed form. It's not just going to be some text message and then like, oh, you just ignore that stuff. Anyways, total amount, especially if it's like $6.99. You're like, okay, well, I'll get to it when I get to it type of deal. And then this one says a toll roads notice of toll evasion. You have an unpaid toll bill on your account. To avoid the late fees, pay within 12 hours. Or the late fees will be increased and reported to the DMV. I know some people are like, I don't care. But guys, we could tell this, and make sure that your parents know this as well. Or if you're just new to the game, you can see this number right here at the top. It says plus 63, and then it actually has the number. This is how you immediately know it's a scam. I have it right here pulled up. If it's plus 63, that's the country code. It shows that it's coming from the Philippines. It's an international dialing code. But you could tell this type of information with any country. You just make sure you see that two numbers in the front. If it has the plus on it, then you can see like where the actual thing is coming from. If it's actually coming from your state or your city or a corporation, it will just have like a 6-digit code. It won't, because it's from the United States, unless you're doing international stuff. But if you're doing international stuff, you already know this. Let's continue.
And this is the important part here. The text will include a link to pay up. Officials are urging people not to click it. It's an attempt to gain access to your bank or credit card information, and clicking it could let scammers see other personal information like passwords and PIN numbers. Officials are also warning it could lead to identity theft as well, Tony.
So, Nancy, what should people do if they get one of these texts?
Officials say don't respond, don't click on any links from unknown senders, delete and report the message. You can also use your phone's report junk option to do that. It's there if you need it. And if you're unsure, reach out to the state's tolling agency website or a phone number you know is real. Always good to double check.
Yeah, guys, make sure to always, great information. I would just say, yeah, if there should be, I don't know if you're using, I have T-Mobile. So if T-Mobile has like the scam alert, so you can go in there and actually change those settings. So if you have Verizon, AT&T, I'm sure they have the same thing. Go in there and make sure all that stuff is updated, and do it for your parents as well, because they're not checking that. They're not on socials. They're not seeing it. They're most likely going to see this on the news and then scoff it. And then they're actually going to get hit up and actually scam. They're going to be like, how'd you fall for that? God. Send them this video if you need help with that. Next video.
So tell me why my daughter just got scammed out of $1,600. I'm not mad at her at all, because this was an honest mistake. So I'm checking my accounts, and my daughter, she has a high school checking account, high school savings account, and I'm on both of these accounts. So whenever I'm in my banking app, I can see my account along with her account. I go to just look at her account or whatever, making sure she ain't balling out. As soon as I open the account, I see this $200 transaction for Target. It was $199.99 to be exact. So then I checked the next transaction. The next transaction says $199.99 Target. Girl, she had 8 $199.99 transactions hit her account. So I wait till when she wakes up, and I'm like, hey Kim, I'm like, girl, you know you missing $1,600.
Missing $1,600.
She's like, what? Like, she's obviously shocked. So I'm like, can you think of a time when your card could have been compromised. Literally a week and a half ago, she got this text message from ePass. ePass in Florida is our toll company, and so she got a text message from ePass saying, hey, you need to pay this $7 toll violation. And my daughter did express to me that she had to run a toll like maybe earlier last month because we hadn't got her ePass set up. So she thought that this was from that toll that she ran. So her just trying to be a responsible young adult, she wanted to just go ahead and just take care of it. So she clicked the link because the text message sent her a link to take care of the toll violation. And so she clicked the link, put in her card information, she pressed pay, and when it came time for her to get a confirmation, like, it just was like this weird page, and her card never got charged. So she just thought it was weird, but she just never thought nothing of it. So here we are, a week and a half later. Her account is $1,600 short. I called Chase immediately and I pretended like I was my daughter. However this person was getting her money, they was getting it via like Apple Pay. And I know banks are really funny about Apple Pay. Like, Apple Pay is supposed to be this secure thing. And I was explaining to the lady, like, listen ma'am, like, I know what you see, but I am telling you that this is not me. Like, obviously, like, why would I make 8 transactions for $199.99? Not only that, these transactions have different states, like one in Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Tennessee. Like, it was like 4 different states that these transactions was being done in. And I'm like, obviously I can't be in 4 different states at one time. So it was just a little bit of back and forth there that was just a little bit frustrating, but she was doing her job, and I don't doubt that we won't get our money back. I know we are going to get our money back. But anyways, I'm just hopping on here to tell you guys, like I tell my daughter and my kids, be careful of links. Like, don't click links, especially links that says like, oh, we're trying to deliver a package to you and we can't deliver it to you because we need your address. I will keep you guys updated on these $1,600. They did say it'll take like maybe like 10 up to 10 business days for her to get it back, and when she gets it back, it's only going to be temporary because they will be doing an investigation. But I know it won't be temporary. They just gonna give us back our money.
Yeah,
so anyway, y'all, I will talk
to
you later. Bye.
But you can see how they came in from different states. But that was really weird how she paid the e-pass, and you see how these scammers aren't that smart. Because why wouldn't you change the actual transaction to mirror e-pass? I mean, either way, people are gonna be like, what the hell? Why I didn't... The e-pass said I spent $7 or whatever on the actual charge, but I'm getting all these e-pass charges for $199. So obviously they're going to be immediately trying to contact the tolling company, right? But the scammers aren't even smart enough there unless they're going to actually buy from Target. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like exchanging it in a different way. So it's just more ways that you guys can easily catch these. I think this mom did a great job. She pretended to just be her daughter. Like, baby, I'll handle this. This is serious. It's $1,600. I'm not playing around with this money. Throw it down in the comments below how you would handle this. Or if you've already handled this situation, like, how did you go about it? Especially if it was for your kid. To let other people know that are in the comments, like, help them out, right? Next video.
All of my money was just stolen. Today I was the victim of phone fraud. Somebody called saying that they were from my bank, from the fraud department of my credit card, that there were fraudulent charges on my card. He asked to verify, he verified them, asked me if I did them, and I said no, and then he said, okay, I'm gonna cancel your card right away, like, I'm gonna help you out, don't worry about it. He somehow already had access to, like, see my transactions on that card, so he went through, like, the most recent ones and asked me, like, is this legitimate, is this legitimate? I was like, yes, like, that I know. And then he somehow got access to, I didn't give him any passwords, nothing. He, like, already had stuff. He just asked me for, like, normal verification questions. And he was somehow able to access my account, and he wiped my checking and my savings clean. I've reported it to BMO fraud, and I'm going to the police station now to report it as well. Just be so careful when people call you. Please.
This one's definitely interesting because she disabled the comments. It's been shared a couple of times, but She said that the guy had already had access to her account and can see all of her transactions, yet she gave no information or nothing else, didn't click any links, anything associated with that. This seems definitely like a much more advanced scam to be able to have that type of information, but I don't see how somebody could get that type of access without you giving them some type of, all banks now have some type of two-step verification. Make sure you guys do that and make sure your pins are secure and you're not clicking any suspicious links. She said she didn't do any of that. So I would just say in this case, make sure that you just double check all of your information, because this is really hard to protect against this type of situation. If she didn't do any links or anything shady, any shady websites or anything like that, like always making sure you're going to secure websites. This one's a kind of strange one. Throw it down in the comments if you have more information on how she could have got scammed. If we're assuming that she didn't give any information, didn't click any suspicious links, and this guy could already see her transactions, that one puzzles me. I don't get that one. That one's a new one. Next video.
Have you received this text message right here? Well, a lot of Houstonians have, and photojournalists get.
Let's see this one. See, as we see again, so we have the +63 with the number. He actually shows the number this time. And it says, please pay your fast track lane tolls by February 3rd, 2025 to avoid a fine and keep your license. So now they're putting an actual thread on it to make it a little bit more legitimate, a little bit more serious. But a toll company would never go this route anyways. You know, and this link is completely scammy. Like erkrivma.com, and then that link is super iffy. But yeah, they're trying to make it a little bit more serious. A toll would only increase fees. They would warn you about fees, not taking away your license off the bat like you got a DUI or some shit. Oh, crazy.
Paige and I are working on a story about how legit is this message. We're going to go talk to
the Harris County Tolling Authority,
and they're going to tell us if this message is true and what to look out for.
I mean, but we already know that the message, you don't need to go to the officials because it's just a off the cuff scam. Like you can easily see that. And they're just gonna say the same thing. They're like, well, yeah, it's a scam. You can, if you look at the code at the front, you can see which country it's from. Next video.
For real, just panicked because I got one of those scam text messages about fast lane tolls that everybody's getting, and apparently you're not supposed to click it, you're supposed to delete it right away. But I panicked because it made me remember about this time where I was at a toll lane and I was coming from a specific city. I'm not gonna say the name of the city because this gives me literal anxiety every time I think about it, because I really, to this day, think they're gonna come find me because they're always sending me mail and I can't open it because it literally, my heart would probably stop. Like the palpitations are crazy and I just can't handle that type of stress in my life. Like I really have to pick my battles, and I'm not picking that one as a battle. But I was at this particular toll and I was leaving, but I was looking for my payment method to like pay the freaking toll, right? I'm at the toll trying to pay, right? And I'm trying to find my card, I'm trying to find cash or whatever. And instead of hitting the brakes, okay, I hit the gas. And you know that those things come with those line thingies that go whoop, 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 like that. And you're supposed to wait for it to go zoop. I went vroom. And instead of waiting for the whoop, I went vroom, straight through it, broke it. And then I continued driving home. I sure did. Ooh. I sure did. And it haunts me to this day. I really hope they fixed it because that probably cost some taxpayer
That definitely cost taxpayer dollars.
And I'm just a girl. So I didn't know what I was supposed to do in that moment. Like, what do I do? What am I supposed to call the police? Like, no, I needed to go home, actually. And so I went home, and ever since I have been getting mail about it, and I just can't open it. But I really panicked when I saw that text message. I was like, wow, they got your girl. They caught the criminal.
Wait, what?
Whew, good thing.
They say she already they were sending mail to her property. They know where you live already. They just get to wait till it becomes like a warrant, and the fees stack so high that you're gonna have to pay it anyways, or you're gonna go to jail.
It was a scam because, baby, I can't handle that. Like, no. But I do hope for the best and that they were able to fix that situation because
it's so crazy how people come onto TikTok and literally just admit that they did a crime and they just drove off, destroyed taxpayer, like destroyed the city, and then just peeled off. And I was like, I'm a girl, so I had to go home. Like, I don't think the cops are gonna care about any of that. They're just gonna be like, ma'am, like we've been sending you mail, you haven't responded, you haven't paid what the dues. This needs to be fixed. Don't worry, we have your address. Don't worry. She's worried about the text when they've been sending stuff to her actual house where the cops can come visit. Anyways, guys, I hope you stay safe out there. Be wary of these scams. Don't click any weird links. Throw down in the comments what like techniques or stuff that you're using, or maybe any other services that help protect against scams and help protect your loved ones. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.